Okay.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Elijah. Welcome back to Seriously Curious, where we try to give you answers to these questions that people be pondering. Got my homie with me, King Introvert. He doesn't like to talk a lot, but he have a lot of questions, which is always interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? He says he likes to listen, but we'll see what he does today. All right.
Yeah,
Introduce
we'll
yourself
see.
to the people. We will see, man. So what's going on with you, bro?
No day, no dollar. Um, just glad to be in the land of living. Um, I'm glad to be here, man.
Oh, so you saying like if you was to die, you don't know where you're going? Is that what that is?
No, well, I think people should know where they going, depending how you live.
Oh,
But
I'm just saying.
I'm
You
glad
say
to
you
be
was
here,
in
man.
the. Why here?
Why here? Because
Yeah,
nobody got a chance to wake up.
for some people that's good.
For some people, that's good. Oh, okay.
You don't
If
think
that's
so?
their prerogative. I mean, for me, I think it's always a great opportunity to wake up.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, pretty much.
Why? Why? So, why is that?
Life.
But you're going. There's going to be an eternal living. So,
No,
so you
I
feel
mean,
like it.
it's
So
an
you feel like it's better here than where you potentially may go.
no. It's about being able to breathe, to have another opportunity to live. I mean, you don't care about your life right now, or
You asking me a question?
yeah, that was a question.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure. Well, for me, like I'm with Paul. Like what Paul said, he said, to live with Christ, to die is gain. To live for Christ, to die is gain. So whether I'm here or in heaven, it's a good spot for me. So whether the reason why I would want to be here now is for my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
That would be the reason why I would want to be here and
then
wake up now. But you don't have kids and you don't have a wife.
yeah, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean
It does.
anything.
It
The
does. That's
fact
similar to
that I'm
Paul.
here with life, I have a mom. Let me
Hmm.
finish. The fact that I have a mom, I have siblings. I'm here that I can live with, have life. I can exhale and breathe. God has given me another opportunity to breathe, so I'm grateful for that. Not
Okay.
everybody else can say that woke up and say can exhale and breathe. So I am grateful for He giving me another opportunity to breathe.
Okay. Okay. I hear what you're saying. I'm just questioning. Like I said, it's I'm appreciative to wake up and see another day, for sure. That's my
Right.
appreciation,
All
for
right.
sure.
Okay.
But I would also, it would still be an
Okay.
appreciation. It would still be an appreciation if I didn't. Is what I'm saying. Just because I'm comfortable where I'm
Okay.
going.
But
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
oh,
So I'm with you. I'm rocking with you. But I always am curious to why people say that, make that statement. But you've clarified it.
okay.
So all right.
You
So
know,
we're gonna get into this topic. You got
oh,
all already nervous about the question and everything. Me asking you a question and everything. We're gonna see how it go. Jordy,
uh,
my daughter. Hold on real quick.
okay.
My little
You hear
daughter
me?
is. I can hear you. I had put you on mute. My little daughter is like in the
Oh,
room and she's trying to be nosy. That's what's going on. So I was trying to get her to
okay.
go to the other room. Okay. All right. So we'll see how she does
It's-
for sure. She's 3,
Okay.
so she's missing dad, I
Um.
guess.
Okay. Oh. Question. We can say people. I say dealing with women that are into horoscopes. Are you rocking with her or not?
Is it a horoscope or a horoscope?
Horoscopes. Horoscopes. Yeah.
Am I rocking with her? Uh,
Yeah.
am I rocking with her? I'll have to kind of understand like the perspective of what is it all entail to say to give you a legitimate
I
answer.
mean,
So kind of break it down for me.
she cares about. I guess she cares about zodiacs, the alignment, the stars and moons. You're a Gemini. She's a Aquarius. That type of job.
And that's how she operate her life.
You rocking with that? Yeah. You rocking with that? Like, hey, I'm an Aries. She's a you're I don't know what you birthday it is, and she's a whatever birthday she is. She said
Mm-hmm.
we should date, and because the horoscope says we'll be a perfect match. You go on that?
Initial statement would
Yes or
be
no?
that's what I'm about to say. My initial
Yes.
statement would be, can
Oh,
you
okay,
hear
go
me?
ahead.
My initial statement would be
Yeah, I can hear you.
no off the top because uh that sounds weird. The reason why it sounds weird is because if you're saying that the astrology will determine how two people are connected, when there are several people that operate differently in their marriages work. You know what I mean? Like I think people that are closely aligned with a particular faith or religion, whether that's like for me it's Christianity, but there are other religions that have tenets that are pretty um, solid as it relates to how the marriage is going to be. Even though I think that all of them kind of connect to biblical theology, if you will. Uh, I think it makes more sense to rock with somebody that has a solid foundation in their faith, you know. Um, but not a person that's saying, "Listen, let me see what this newspaper article say about what's gonna happen to me today." You know, what's your thought? That's my initial
Okay.
thought.
Okay. I mean, I think it's weird too. I always thought it was weird. Because I see a lot of people going with the horoscopes. You can see in their bios, um, they're they're this and they're that. I'm like, what's that all that even mean? What that has to do with you? You know? Um, because Libra, you're supposed to act a certain way, and I kind of wonder is like, I don't. And sometimes they blame it on the fact they're a Libra, they're a Scorpio, because they act like that. They don't really pertain it. No, that's them themselves. They blame it on their zodiac sign. So I'm kind of
Okay.
like that's nothing but an excuse.
Okay, I've heard that before. They said, well, because I am a particular sign, then that is how I act. That's why I act the way I act. Yes, I've heard that before. So that is
Yeah,
a lack of accountability. Because the reason why
yeah,
we act how we act is how we were raised, and
right.
then our life experiences. You have a delay, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
huh?
for me, I think you have a delay, if I'm not mistaken, but I think it'll catch up in
Mm,
a minute. So for me, like if your focus, like I said before, if your focus is, let's see, so there are 12 of them, right? So it's Aries, Taurus, Gemini, um, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Um, let's see. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Those are the 12. Those are the 12. And it's made up like of the constellations and dividing the sky into 12 sections. These pieces of the cosmos are ruled by the constellation they are affiliated with, forming each member of the zodiac. So it says, for example, the sun travels through each sign throughout the year, marking significant shifts that occur about every 30 days. However, we also see change occur as other planets and the moon soar through our galaxy, enriching our lives with a variety of challenges, blessings, and emotional. So, like, it's a lot, and then it goes into saying that the zodiac signs are ruled by fire, earth, air.
Yo, Elijah.
Yeah, it keeps, yeah, the internet did. So, but anyway, so as I was reading, I was just saying, I don't know, it says that the zodiac signs are ruled by elements of fire, earth, air, or water. Right.
Right.
So and so once again, I don't think that I don't think that I can't say that I've been around women that necessarily is how they operate their life. I haven't, so I can't attest to if that makes
Right.
sense or not. Right. Oh, so yeah, the overall answer would be no. But there are guys that rock with those type of women. The question for me is how many of those type of women are married, right? Because the
Right.
goal
That's a
is
very good question.
the goal is to be married from women,
Right.
right? Uh,
Right.
and but they have to be chosen. You know what I'm saying? Women have to be chosen, and they of course they have to say yes to that person that is choosing them, or no to that person that's choosing them. But a guy, like, I don't know all guys, but guys that are thinking about marriage want an individual that can operate on their own, and not have excuses, but be accountable to themselves and others. That's what I would say. The majority of
Right.
them. That's what men want. They want somebody that can, um, not a woman that says, okay, what we gonna do today? Let me read the paper and see what my zodiac sign says. Do I need to stay clear of some things? So let me read this part, and you can respond to this. It says, why people believe
Right.
in astrology. This says why people believe in astrology. People believe in astrology for many reasons, which won't be the same for all. Some take a surface level interest, turning to their daily horoscopes for a glimmer of what the day might hold. Others plummet into extensive dives into their natal charts in an effort to understand themselves and those around them more clearly. There's a general belief that a greater force in the cosmos has an effect on us humble humans, which which leaves us turning to the heavens for clarity on our paths. What do you think about that?
I mean, why can't they just turn to Jesus than some type of uh zodiac? I mean, from a Christian point of view, um, and then it's like you're still not accountable. You're gonna use that as the accountability. The fact that you're a Pisces, you act like that. You're not gonna take that none of the accountability for yourself.
So, have you
So
talked to women like this?
you're
Oh, go ahead and
still
finish your thought.
no. I only like seen it on the internet. how women will literally will ask a man for his zodiac sign before she'll ask about his character and what he stands for. So there'll be more like, what's your zodiac sign? What's your zodiac sign? And it's like you don't even know the man, you just want to know his zodiac. It's like, do you
Mm.
want to date him or do you want to date the zodiac? Which is it?
Well, is it possible that this was is it possible for them to have had a connection before? I mean, it just needs to deep dive a little bit more. Have they had a conversation with somebody that is, I don't know, a Pisces, but they're a Gemini, and it was not a good a good situation for her? Or was it the other way around, is that she's only done well in relationships with that particular uh, sign, I guess. I would just be interested in seeing the legitimacy of these memes, because these memes get a lot of people just to talk, and also they create
Yeah,
it. They seem to people seem to align themselves with memes, you know.
yeah.
So I would have to, for me, I would have to research it a little bit more to understand.
And then it's like, if you align with that person, like, why you ain't marry that person? Like, they end up still being single. Like,
That's a
you
solid
still
point.
out here dating. Yeah,
That's
it's like,
that's a
but you
solid
still out
point.
here dating and still single.
That's a good point.
So it's like,
That's why I was asking. It
oh, I
must be
used to
that.
date.
Yeah,
Yeah, then I was like, then must it makes me wonder too. It's like, had an opportunity with a good person and he was like a Pisces or Leo, but you're still single and you're no longer with that person. So brings up a whole bunch of questions.
for sure. So overall, I would say no. That's not something, nobody I would rock with like that. And then if they just being funny, then that's different.
Yeah, that's a no for me. Yeah.
Oh man, I seen this post. I just went to your page, bro. I want you to kind of help me with this one. This was yesterday. Uh, I think you may have, yeah, you posted it from Minister Jab's page. It says black women are not into the true family and marriage. That's a bold statement, bro. So brothers start enjoying America and go date all races. Why you post that?
Where is that?
Listen, don't go silent on me.
Apartment.
You
No,
don't
I'm trying
remember
to
post?
figure out where's the post. Yeah,
It's
I've been
you.
posting. I'm trying to look for it now.
It was yesterday around 8:41. Black women are not into the true family and marriage. So
841.
brothers start enjoying America and go date all races.
See,
Oh, I wonder what he gonna say now. Hey, bro.
that was it is the what the post is under.
Man, you know what you posted. What it is under. Let's see. It's under Minister Jap page.
I
You
post a
posted
lot
it,
too.
yeah. Yeah, that may be the problem. So you posted it yesterday, 8:41. I mean, all you gotta do is just scroll through your stuff,
Right.
or just comment on it. I'm reading it to you. Like you looking at it gonna do what?
I'm
That you
trying to
think you
see. I
looking
want
at?
to find it too.
So you think you
Yeah.
looking at it is going to determine why you posted it? Is that what you're saying?
No,
Okay, then let's respond to it. Don't be hiding. Black women are not into the true family and
I'm not
marriage.
hiding.
All right. So tell me why you feel
Right.
like that's true. Why you feel like that's true? Why would you agree with that statement?
I want to say, um, look like look how they don't like the idea of cooking clean.
You breaking up?
Look how it's such they feel like, oh, I said look how they don't agree with the idea of cooking and cleaning for a man. They think that's slavery for some reason.
Who
Where
are
I
these
don't
women you
see
talking
why is
about?
that slavery, because you look, it's women in general. Not just now, if you want to take it cultural, just around black women in general, like they feel like uh being a helpmate is considered slavery.
Okay. I'm not gonna agree or disagree, but I want to know where you getting this information.
Oh, I've seen it on Twitter. Twitter is very lit.
Can you find that for me? Twitter is lit. So find it for me.
Um,
Somebody said they came in at the
I
wrong
mean, I have to
time.
go a whole lot.
Natasha Vincent said, I came in at the
You
wrong
cook,
time. I
sir?
cook,
I mean,
sir.
I know, man,
No,
you cook. I can't say. Oh, I can't say that. I know you probably do, but your fellow sisters, they said they don't want to cook, so they don't want to cook.
I would like to
They don't
poll.
even clean.
They don't even what?
They don't like the idea of cleaning.
Mm. Where are you getting this
So
information?
like, and I'll be, oh, it's out there. It's on
Have you
Facebook.
talked? Have you?
Like,
Come
look
on,
at the
boss.
comments.
Okay, I will. I mean, you would have to send me that. I'm not going to agree or disagree just yet. But I know that people make pretty bold statements, uh, you know, without um, actually going and looking at the research for themselves, right? Now, if you can get like because I could give you some either some anecdotal information, but I could also back it up with just watching and listening to podcasts and seeing the person talk and saying what they say, as opposed to Facebook and Twitter, which these are just
Right.
keyboard gangsters. You know what I mean? I don't know how valid their statement is, or if they just trying to get notoriety. So kind of talk to me about the women that are around you.
Far as I mean,
Do they
like,
cook?
yeah, they don't they don't
Bro, you gonna have to fix your connection, man.
they don't see the interest of, well, they don't feel like there's an interest in cooking for a man. So
How many women are do you know
and
that
I
are around?
think
All right.
most of them I'm around, they are married. So,
So
and
most of
then
the
when you
women
talk
around you
about
are
the
married.
young generation on, yeah, for the most part.
And these married women don't
Now,
want to
if
cook
you
for their
talking
spouse.
about women that's on, I mean, I understand they cooking for their married spouses, but I'm talking about the ones that's online. They don't feel like, they don't understand the whole idea of cooking for a man, or even cleaning.
Okay. So you're talking about people online. I'm talking about people that you would probably come in contact with. So I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, why would you concern yourself with women that you will probably never meet? So that's why I'm saying I want to talk about the people in your women in your circle, or the women in your circle women
Right.
that are not gonna that don't cook or don't want to cook or don't want to clean.
I mean, it's either well, I don't know them I mean, they in my circle, but I don't call them, or I just see them around. Either they're at church or I see them around town, and most are either older, they're older millennials, exes around, but they're older.
Okay. Okay. What does that mean?
So now, when you're talking about either they're older millennials or Generation X and boomers, but they're older.
So you're saying older women cook, younger women don't?
From my understanding, no, the younger women don't want to do that. When it comes to internet things, when they talk about relationships, they don't want to do that. They feel like that's slavery for some reason.
What ages are you talking?
Either we're talking about mid 30s
Mm-hmm.
to down, mid 30, maybe like 37 and down,
Oh, okay.
as far as millennials.
Okay. Okay. So do you know somebody that's in that
So
age group right now?
uh she's 37. Yeah, I know a couple of them, but they're married. So I want to include that because that's what they do. They cook for their man. Now, if
Okay.
you're talking about millennials on Facebook or Twitter, there's a big group of them that do not want to do that.
For sure. So do you think that you can find a wife? Seeing as though these are the since you are saying that the woman is, well, let me ask a different question. Do you want, does it matter the race of the woman that you marry?
Oh, she does, Natasha. That's what's up. But I bet you teaching her though.
She probably is. She probably is teaching her. I think to Natasha,
Perhaps
that's the
find a
thing.
young woman for from a more
More
traditional family.
traditional family. Yeah, that's the thing about what I think Mr. Introvert is talking about is that, and he said before that a lot of women currently are not traditional. And I was trying to tell him, I said, um, that a man that's prepared to be married can find whatever woman he wants. That's what I told him. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
because the man is a leader. If he's a leader, he can go get, a leader knows how to get to the goal, especially if you set out your guidelines and your plan. So that's why I was asking,
Right.
why does it matter uh, a modern woman's mentality to you? I'm
Oh,
asking
I
you that question.
mean, if you're going out in the
Go ahead and finish talking. You can read it later.
because like if you're oh I said what I'm saying is if a man's going out there dating a woman, he doesn't know if she's even traditional or modern. Go and talk to that woman.
I disagree. A man,
So
I disagree.
you
A
supposed
man
to
know, yeah. A man knows if a woman is traditional um or modern based on how she dresses.
okay.
You disagree?
Just basically on how she dresses. I mean,
That's one.
I'm
That's
that
one
open.
way. That's one way for sure.
Yeah, that's
Because
one
if
way.
like for example, if have you ever approached a woman?
Yes,
Okay, I'm talking about in person.
yes, in person. Yeah.
Okay, how was she dressed?
She had what I wouldn't say her. It was like she was dressing in like a mid short skirt. It wasn't totally, but it was above the knee.
What type of shirt was she wearing?
I mean, it was like a full dress.
Oh, okay. You said a
So it
skirt. So,
wasn't a
all right.
skirt, but it was
Okay.
yeah.
So, what was it tight fitting?
Uh, she was petite, so and it wasn't tight.
Okay. Did she wear a jacket with the dress?
With the weather, no, it was hot,
But you can
so
still wear
there was
somewhat
no
of a
jacket.
jacket. You can still wear some of a jacket, even if it's a summer dress. My traditional women try to make sure that they are not showing too much. And you can ask women, even if anybody's on willing to chime in, tell me I'm wrong. I'm cool with hearing that. But so what I'm saying is, like I'm rebuttaling your statement of that a man doesn't know if the woman is modern or traditional, and I'm saying that that's not true because um currently um modern women want you to see their build, if you will, right? They want you to see what it is that they have because they don't see it as an issue. They should be able to have the exploitation of themselves at their discretion, right? I'm not saying this is all across the board, right? Right?
Oh,
But for example,
oh,
I
okay,
wouldn't
I
say
was
that
okay.
I wouldn't say that on average a traditional woman would wear just tights and then like a shirt, unless it is fully covering her derriere.
All right.
So you can know if a woman is modern or traditional, and then especially if you approach her and ask her for her number, her dialogue will let you know. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Okay,
about in.
but I mean,
Go ahead.
a modern woman. Yeah, it's about image, but I've seen modern women dress traditionally and still be like, yeah, I'm not going with it.
Where?
Um, Either from conversations with the group, and she was dressed very traditionally, but she was like, "Oh, I'm not going with it." Da, 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 da. I was like, "That's interesting." I'm dealing with a
Mm,
chameleon. So what I'm saying is, you do have chameleons out there.
agreed. I can agree with that, but I'm just saying.
So you
But
disagree?
the average, I'm saying it's always
Okay.
an anomaly. There's always an anomaly in any particular thing that you say. All right. All right. Okay. Here's Natasha weighing in. Okay. Unless I'm
Oop,
exercising, dress is one
okay.
way. The environment you find her in is another way to get an idea of whether she's modern or traditional. That is exactly what I said. Well, when she said
Okay.
environment, I said the way that you dress, right? So ultimately, you need to
All
talk to the
right.
person. Absolutely, absolutely, you need to talk to the person.
Right.
And if you just
Right.
walk up to a chick based on her, I guess you could walk up to her and you say she's beautiful, so I want to get to know you. You could do that. So how? What was okay? So the general question was, I want to come back to it and see if you're gonna answer this question. So, uh, are you under the guise? Give me a percentage. I know you don't know all the
Right.
black women in the United States, but give me your percentage of what you how you feel
I sure
about.
don't.
Right, but I want you to give me an idea because you have an interesting view of women, but you want to be married, right? So my question is to you, and you're in the age range of most where modern women would be, right? So my
Right,
question,
but different playing field, but okay.
okay. So my question, what do you mean by different playing field? What do you mean by that?
I say age range. I think 35 and 40 for men, and for
To be
women, it should
married?
be around 19 to 30. Yeah, for a man, yeah.
Why? That's dumb. Why? How? Why do you say that? Now we transition. Why do you say a man should be married at 35 to 40? You want to have a kid when you're
Man
37 years
has
old?
to sure.
You have no idea. 37. Your energy is not the same at being 28.
Yeah.
It's not the same at being 30. It's not.
Yeah,
If you
because
so why go ahead.
my testosterone, like when I tell men, oh, go ahead. I tell
Well, I'm
men
just
to
yeah,
wait
yeah.
because, like, during your 20s, like, your testosterone is going to be at your highest. More likely, you're going to be trying to like, get with women without having no self control. So your hormones are at its peak. So when you're like 30, when you hitting that 30 and up rounds, it kind of settles down. So that's more like where uh that's when yeah, that's when
Interesting.
you're kind of like settled and you're kind of yeah, you're kind of more settled when you're 30, and then you kind of get a view of what you want to do in life, and especially because during your 20s you should be going career, and hopefully that career can pay for your purpose.
Hmm. Why would you want what that doesn't make any sense. You listen to really bad advice and you're giving bad advice.
Yeah, actually, I mean, I don't think it should. I mean, men and women are not the same. We're not equal.
That's not what I'm talking about. I didn't say that we are. I'm saying to wait to be 35 to get married.
I should wait in your 20s because, yeah, for a man, yeah, especially at this
Where
age,
where
yeah,
where where have you seen that stat? Like how have you
because
seen
now,
that be productive? But I think we've had this
I
conversation
seen through
before, but I
men.
guess
I
we
know
back here.
men like have told,
You gotta get
yeah,
your connection right,
I've
bro.
heard
Like it's
men that
such a
said that
delay.
like they wish they, yeah, because I'm using my iPad. I like using it. Then my
But it
laptop.
doesn't
So,
but it messes up
but
how people are hearing things.
yeah, I like it. Hey, I like it.
But that doesn't make sense. It's not about what you like, it's about what
um,
makes sense.
um, but
Because the experience for
yeah,
people is
I
not gonna
heard
be a good
dudes
one.
told me that, yeah, I know, but I always end up using it though. But like I said, like I've talked to dudes that said like, yeah, you should just wait because like there were times that they couldn't do things that they wanted to do in their 20s, but they got married in their 20s, and that kind of, I mean, they still were able to, but it was more of a challenge. So
Do
they tell me
something like
like just
what?
wait until your 30s.
So what do you do? So what do you do
I
in the
don't know.
meantime?
Either they already got their career, they want to go and travel, they wanted to venture other opportunities.
What do you do about
So
women?
without the idea of having thinking of, huh, either I don't even know, either they just go
Yes, you
around
do.
and date. Hopefully they're not going around screwing around. But
What?
the fact
So
that
you
they
want
can
somebody to be
go
celibate
forth,
to their 35?
I mean, more likely in their 20s, like more guys gonna be that's during the time where you're just gambling and you don't even know yourself in your 20s, depending on what a man wants to do. So I can attest to that because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I got an idea that what I wanted to do, but
That's
I
not what
didn't
it
need to
is. You
focus
was
on a
just
woman
lazy.
to
You was just lazy. That's all that is.
no, I wasn't lazy. No, I wasn't lazy because I was
It,
working. So
but
I can't
you
say I
wasn't
was
working
lazy
on
because I was
you wasn't
working
working
and
on
now
a
plus I was going to school.
you wasn't working on a career.
Of course I had a 9 to 5.
That ain't what I
And then I
said.
need to
You
understand
wasn't.
what kind of career that I wanted to go.
But okay. This so what I'm
I
saying
didn't
is
know if I wanted to do film. Okay.
what I'm saying is you're I'm gonna tell you how bad what you're saying is off. It's not even practical. You're talking to people that the men that you're talking to, I guarantee you that these are not individuals that actually um are men of the faith. Like they not living by being a
These are interface.
no, they not. You can bring them to me. I promise you I can show you that they not. Tell them to call me and I'll talk to them and I talk to you with them. They're not men of the faith because it doesn't make sense to wait until you're 35. But in the meantime, you date and you do whatever you want to do with women in the meantime. That doesn't even make sense. So you're saying at 35 you get married to someone that's 28 is what you're saying. And then you have two or three kids, maybe, yeah, we say two or three kids in a matter of 5 years. Okay. So by the time you're 60, by the time you're, that's from 40 to 60, you're raising kids. Okay. It makes more sense to have a family early so that you can spend the rest of your days or most of your days with your your spouse, right? I mean, and it's seen to work in the people that are actually wanting to be married and not looking to be out of the marriage, right? uh, Also, um if you wait till you're 35 and 40 to build up your equity, to build up whatever it is that you're trying to build up, the women that are going to go for you are the ones that want to just come along for the ride most of the time. So yes, you will have the opportunity to pick, a 9 or a 10 because you got money, right? But you're more likely to be meeting a woman that does not want to cook and clean because she has not helped you build anything. The woman that gets you at the beginning, early on, and rocks with you, you will have a different value for her than the woman that you choose to get when you have $70,000, $80,000 a year job. It just That's just logic.
And then,
What do
but
you
how
think?
do you explain the like where men are having baby mamas at the age of 20, 25, 24, and can't afford
This
to pay child support?
what does that have to do with anything? That would happen if they wait to 35.
I mean,
Do you really?
I
So I
mean
don't
they.
understand that as a
I mean,
point.
I think you should.
What I'm saying is that your point. You
I
did not
mean,
make
what
a
I'm
point.
saying is a person like, especially for a man, he's more self-controlled when he's a little bit older.
But what about when he's 25 and he doesn't have self control and he's sleeping with different women and one of them gets pregnant?
Right.
So you, but
Has
you're
no
still saying,
self-control.
but you're saying to wait to 35 to be married. You have a really inconsistent
Yeah,
argument.
because his testosterone is not more leveled
That
up.
makes more sense to get married then.
Yeah. At 35.
No, at 20, no, at 25, it makes more sense to
And
get
then
married
hopefully during that time he would, but he's
you
not
got to
getting
get off this
married though.
iPad, bro. That's why it makes more sense to be married at 25 than 35. Because if you're
But
saying that
he's
this
not
guy,
getting married though.
I know that's what I'm telling you, that it makes more sense to get married at 25. If you, do you read the Bible?
Yes.
Do you try to live by the Bible?
I try to.
Okay. So then that means that you're not reading it well or studying it all, right? Because it says if you burn with a desire such as a sexual one, then you should get married.
Yeah, but they not doing it though.
That's not what we're talking about. You're telling somebody that they shouldn't because they have a burning desire, and you're literally contradicting the scripture when you say that.
I'm saying like I understand what you're saying. If they have a burning desire, then you should get married, but they're not getting married.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about you giving advice. Your advice is to wait till you're 35
Right.
because the guy, think about what you're saying. That doesn't make any sense. That if you have a burning desire of to have
Right.
to be intimate with somebody and with people, that you should not
Right.
get married. That you
Then
should not get married.
get married.
You're saying not to get married at 25. It makes you have
So it
no
says
logical
at
argument
25
at all.
burning desire.
Yes. It makes more sense to get married at
So you're
25 than
saying
35.
that a person at, for a man, not in today's age, it doesn't make sense.
We not. It makes sense at any day and
Because
age. See, people like
these
people like to
men
give
with that burning
excuses.
desire are not getting married.
We're not talking about what they're doing. We're talking about what should be happening. What's the best outcome is what we're
Right.
talking about. If obviously they're doing something that is not working. Like that's
Right.
not working. That's not working. So why would you tell somebody to do something
Right.
that's not working?
Because most of men are now they're marrying older. They're not married when they're younger.
I know that, but they're not waiting till 35. Older right now is about 28 to 30 is what they mean by older.
Okay.
As
But
opposed to
most of
before,
them
it was
still
like in
waiting
the 20s.
by 25.
Yeah, boss. You off on this one. Because you are not married
Yeah,
yet,
but
then
like I
that is
said, I
why
still
that's
stand
why
with
you're
that
saying
view.
35.
Yeah, I mean not that, but because it kind of makes sense. Because
Makes
if
none.
my burning desire is at 25, if like it's at 25 and I'm not mentally prepared to get married, then I can get married. I should wait
Yeah,
till I have more
you're
control.
adjusting you're adjusting
Then
the conversation. You're moving the goalpost.
yeah, for a reason.
If you
Because I want to be in self
you want
control.
to be right, you want to be right. You want to try to make a okay. Listen, I'm a guy that
Yeah,
has been married, and I mean, I lost my wife, so that's the reason why I'm not currently married, right?
I understand that.
And right, and so
I understand that.
you're arguing with a person that has been married about when is a proper time to be married. Think about that for a moment. That's like talking to
Right.
a person. That's like talking to a person that is.
But that's
It's
just
like
you
talk.
though.
No, listen. It's not just me. Okay, listen to what I'm saying. If you are an individual of the Bible, like you're saying you're operating out of the Bible, bro, and I'm telling you, you're not. Like you're telling people, you're telling young dudes to be like, listen, wait till you're 35 to get married, and even though you have a desire, okay, to sleep with these women, well, you need to try to minimize as many that you sleep with. That's what you're saying, right? Which is asinine.
No, what I'm telling them, if you have a desire to get have a have sex, then you might as well get married. But the answer is like no. Then I say, well, don't get married because right now you just going out sleeping around having premarital sex, which is wrong. And
So you're telling
your
them not.
testosterone level is at its peak.
So then that makes sense to get married. That's
Because
what the
I'm
Bible
trying to
says,
get them
bro.
to practice abstinence.
Are you really? You can't make nobody practice abstinence if they're not in the word.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So then let's say that the
So
guy. Let
even
me
though
let me
I
walk with you.
prefer them, they should.
Even
Okay.
if the guy is not, let's say he doesn't have that desire, like I mean, he does, but he's able to operate and not act it out. Well, it makes more sense to get married early because your wife can help you with that because then it's legal in the eyes of God, and also you begin to you're able to have more
When you're
kids.
married.
Yeah, when you're married. That's why I'm saying the earlier you're married, the better. You got to have your mind right, of course, but it's not about your finances.
Well, the woman wants to make it about your finances, though. Tell
No,
that to the
no,
modern woman and the traditional woman.
no. You're off, bro.
No.
You're off big time.
So you're not gonna tell that to the traditional and the modern woman.
A traditional woman is not concerned with a guy's money like that. And if you're a
Okay.
traditional man, why would you concern yourself with a modern woman?
I mean, I'm not. Well, I'm not trying to look for a modern or traditional woman. I mean, depending, because like at the end of the day, they kind of like all the same because we got chameleons out. So that's why you got to go out and talk to these people.
You're not answering the
So,
question.
like I said, talking to them first, I answering it.
Why would you be concerned with a modern woman? Once you find out she's a modern woman, there's no reason to have the conversation any longer if you feel like it's not something that's going to
Right.
work. Okay,
But you have
and
to
and
talk to that person to figure out if she's modern tradition.
I understand that. I think you not see. This is you need to see. This is what's going on. You're trying. You're listening to respond and not listening to get information. I'm saying to you, a man,
Okay.
okay, a man that is a leader, okay, and has a plan will be able to find the
Right.
traditional woman because they exist.
Okay.
Yes, it's a challenge to find them, but so is building your wealth.
Right.
Okay. So
Right.
it's unfortunate that you're late in the game and you're thinking that you got 4 more years to build your wealth And when you're 35, you're getting married. And then when you're 30, and how old is she gonna be?
We don't even know. Hopefully, either she's around my age or younger.
I'm not understanding. So you want to be
At least
35 with a
20,
35-year-old?
either at least 30 or 28, 25.
Okay. And so you're saying that a 28-year-old is going to, and when you're 35, you're saying that you want a traditional woman at 28. Why would a traditional woman
Okay, yeah.
wait till she's 28?
Um, I mean, well, biology says it
Biology.
because yeah, because when she's like that threshold at 35, them eggs kind of like dried up then.
You really need to have more conversations with married men because you're missing what I'm saying. I'm saying to you, if she's a traditional woman, they typically get married earlier. That is what I'm saying.
Oh, 18?
And what?
Oh, because I'm not going to marry no 18-year-old.
You're
Just
but
for
buddy,
me.
buddy, why do you struggle with having a conversation? I don't know. I did not say 18. What I said was earlier than 28.
Oh,
In between 22 and 20, in between 22 and 25, probably more than likely is what a traditional woman is doing. If you go to a different culture, they go to college to find a
oh, I
husband.
said, or
If you're 35 and you're saying you want somebody 28 to 30, they typically are not your pool of traditional women
true.
is going to shrink. That's why I'm saying that you're late in the game. And it's 35 to 40
But
number
then
doesn't
when
make
you,
sense.
but when a man will have everything for the house and the car during that time,
You
when
don't need to
he's
have all
35.
that. You don't need to have all that to have a wife. That's a misnomer. I didn't have none of that
Oh,
when I
okay.
found my wife. And the dudes that I rock with, they didn't have none of that
Well, that
when they
was
had their
you.
wives.
That was
No, I
for
just
you.
no,
That
bro.
was
I
for
know.
you,
I
though.
no, 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 bro. I know hundreds. I know a lot of
No,
people. I know a lot of people.
right,
Okay. You just see me on Facebook. I know a lot of people. And the men that I know that are married, I've at least talked to interviewed 55 dads at least. Okay. I've interviewed them. Okay. And most of them were
okay,
married. Most of them were married. And I know more than 55 dudes that are married. Okay. And most of them, if not all of them, had their wives when they were younger, not 35, not 35. Now there are some exceptions. Like I got a mentor, his wife, he married his wife when she was and we got to go after this, when she was like 42, I think, and he was like 45, but he had been married before and she had not, and she was a traditional woman. But that doesn't happen as often, especially now in today's age. There are more modern, I don't know the number, but it's to be assumed because they talk the most, I guess, or they're most visible, maybe. So I may be inaccurate in saying this statement,
right.
but we see more modern women because they want to be seen. Okay. And so I'm saying to you, the later that you wait, the less traditional women you will find, because traditional women want to be married earlier than 28. But hey, don't ask me. Go ask other married men that actually are about being married. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
This has been a dope
okay.
conversation. You know what I'm saying? We've answered that first question. I'm seriously curious. you know, and Mr. King introvert is steady learning, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But he's teaching me some things to be patient with my words, you know what I'm saying? And go read 1 Corinthians 7:1-2, bro.
I will.
All right, man, it's been good. Hey, same time next week.
Yeah. Hopefully we get
That's what's
more
up.
of a bigger panel.
Listen, that's on you, bro. Let them know. Start doing that today, and it'll happen. It's all about mindset. Until then, we out of here.
All right.
Deuces.